What's up, you guys? Heavy Metal 95 here. Once again, here is gonna be technically like I have never done a metal song history update video. I have never done like this before. Well, technically we haven't done like this before, which I probably should have done until now. So today we're gonna be taking a look at the song. We're gonna be talking on the ones that are part of metal song history. We're going to be taking a look at the song by Mercyful Fate, which is the song I'm going to talk about, Come to the Sabbath, which is from Mercyful Fate's second album, Don't Break the Oath. And yes, we're going to talk about the song in this one because... So if y'all don't know about the song Come to the Sabbath, it's basically the 9th track released by the band Mercyful Fate in the year of 1984 on their second studio album, Don't Break the Oath. Yeah, it's this one. Until I can do for more of this as well. And if y'all don't know about the song Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate, because it's the 9th track on this one, because I think this started after 2-1 Far Away, because this is particularly how I wanted to come across for a song from Mercyful Fate, because especially if you ever wanted to come by for this as well. I mean, first of all, because this song is basically like a little follow-up to the song Melissa in this one, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay, so if you listen to the album from Mercyful Fate, which is Don't Break the Oath, if you go to the whole way of how this brings you to another level for a whole priority for this as well. Okay, so as the song track like Come to the Sabbath is also the 9th track on the album Don't Break the Oath, released by Mercyful Fate, because this song is also like the second part, which is part 2 of the song Melissa by Mercyful Fate. However, this song is about how this witches and demons were gathered to the Sabbath all the way by the ruined bridge, of how their master will join them in the heart of hell, especially when they particularly they lighting up a fire when they hail the Dark Lord in that one, which is how they were putting candles that are black and white that are placing on the altar, when the high priests are invoking the devil in that one, with some spoken on the whole infernal names. However, it's particularly somebody did an evil curse on the priest for revenge for what the priest has done to Melissa, especially for these are the lyrics that are very dark in that one, because this has dealt with the occult and the devil and a lot of things like that, especially that you have heard in a heavy metal song like for the major work, like the song Come to the Sabbath by Don't Break the Oath, which is their second album, because well, Don't Break the Oath is the second album. However, I was explaining about, the song Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate is that yet another kind of how these have the lyrical themes are very, very dark, and it dealt with the occult and a lot of things like that as well. And just to the essence, it's like you're not interested in the occult, but it's like you're those lyrics are part of the whole real thing, to the whole thing for how this has gathered up to. Those songs have like these lyrical content as well, especially for how this dealt with themes in those lyrics as well. If you ever come by to this as well. However, this song has played back in the early 80s. And those, for all the fans of Mercyful Fate fans out there who have the vinyl bootleg live album called Early Sabbath, if you listen to the guitar solo from Michael Danner or Hank Sherman playing on either of the guitarists of Mercyful Fate had a lot to do when they recorded the song as well, especially what did on the Gibson Flying V plugged into the Marshall JCM amp head, the speaker cabinets. I mean, those lyrics, like, especially if you ever listen to the lyrics of the song Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate as well. At the very beginning of the song, on the Early Sabbath bootleg live in concert record, says on the lyrics, comes from Satanic Hell. And again, live at the Dynamo in 1983, or is it 1980? It was either 96 or 1983 or something. Well, either between the years. Because, okay, here, now, if you all don't know about, for the whole lyrical differences as well, needless to say is that, like, if you listen to those live bootleg albums of Mercyful Fate, like, when they performed Come to the Sabbath on these live bootleg album ones, it's, like, between this and the lyrics that were featured on, and the lyrics have been changed as well, but they end up having different lyrics that later appeared on the album Don't Break the Oath, which is this one from Mercyful Fate as well. Because, now, if you all don't know, because this has all have got to the point for this as well, because for the most part of how you wanted to come by to that as well, because you listen to the lyrics of the song Come to the Sabbath as well, by, you know, what King Diamond did in those lyrics as well. Like, later on, the Master will join us comes from Satanic Hell, which is the live version, which is on, I'm guessing it's one of those, like, live in concert bootleg ones. However, in the album version, later on, the Master will join us called from the Heart of Hell, which I'm guessing, well, those are the different lyrics on there, especially for what Mercyful Fate has did as well, because when they recorded the album Don't Break the Oath, because this is all have gathered up to my curiosity as well, because I just wanted to come across for this as well. And not only you have that as well. Sorry, but anyway, so at the end of the song Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate, if you listen to King Diamond's lyrics, it says, you say heaven, what are the lyrics on here? Like, say for example, if you say, forgive him, I say revenge. And then you basically hear Hank Sherman doing his killer pinch harmonics, and he uses the whammy bar on a Morris Stratocaster copy guitar, just like he did in the in one of the previous song, well, and on the other songs he did, like not only 2 songs but 3. Well, he used the whammy bar in what the songs Mercyful Fate did. I think he used the whammy bar on A Dangerous Meeting, Night of the Unborn, and The Oath. During the guitar solo, if you listen to the song The Oath, which I will cover that one soon, because there's some darker and blasphemy lyrics on here as well. This is pretty much everything of what Mercyful Fate has ever did, especially when they wrote those lyrics, because those lyrics are very dark as well, because especially the lyrical content as well, and how I wanted to come by to learn about the history as well. Oh yeah, and this one, because you know, like if you listen to the end of the song, King Diamond said, "If you say heaven, I say castle of lies." Oh, because those lyrics are very dark and very demonic in that one. Well, it's not the first heavy metal songs that have dealt with like lyrics that dealt with that are demonic, Satanism, or the occult on there, especially in those lyrical things as well, because, and this has captured to the essence of what Mercyful Fate had a lot to do as well, because, well, just even though Mercyful Fate has been part of the whole first wave of black metal lineup, along with Venom, Bathory, Hellhammer, and Celtic Frost, because, you know, Mercyful Fate was particularly started in Copenhagen, Denmark, because they have been changing every lyrics in every certain songs when they ever did as well, because if you listen to this very carefully, if you want to tune in to listen to a song for what Mercyful Fate has ever done, because there are some like lyrical themes have been going wrong as well. If you ever listen to any of those songs that have like these lyrics that are very dark, and this have dealt with these typical themes, like, but for the whole specific thing, like at how it dealt with the occult in that one is particularly what Mercyful Fate has ever did when they wrote those lyrics on there, because this has captured to the essence to the people's imaginations. Well, you had other bands like, well, you had Black Sabbath, and you had Venom, all these other bands. This has all got to the essence the way how Mercyful Fate did, where they wrote lyrics about, you know, the devil and the occult, demons, and all that at darker, blasphemous lyrics on here, because they have been basically want to take to another level for what in the history of metal songs as well. And this is the real reason why, because I just wanted to come by for history on these songs on metal bands from major like work like Mercyful Fate and King Diamond as well, because this has gathered up to this into the whole presence of how this goes. I want to see of how, and this is the real thing of this as well. And this is all have come to my curiosity for how you want to learn about the history on this as well. If you want to tune in to listen to any lyrics on there. This has gathered up to this as well. To the whole existence as well. And also, nonetheless as well, which is the whole essence of the whole very exciting thing as well. And also, according to the book Louder Than Hell, the definitive oral history of metal, yeah, it's this one, Donnie Filth Davy of Cradle Filth said about the album, Don't Break the Oath. I heard Don't Break the Oath by Mercyful Fate when I was 13, and it felt like I was listening to Ghosts captured on vinyl. I was elated because it seemed like something I had been searching for. I grew up in a witch county, so it was like Halloween most of the year. People would come to our village to try to find the graves of Matthew Hawkins, the Witchfinder General, and Christian martyrs that were burned. We feel that vibe, but you could never quite put your finger on it. At the time, I was listening to horrible 80s pop music like Ultravox, which I thought was dark. Then somebody introduced me to metal. A few weeks later, I heard Don't Break the Oath, and that was the trigger for everything else. Yeah, this is all have got to the curiosity that were found in this as well. Speaking of which, because this seems to know for how you want to come by to know about Mercyful Fate on their songs, like to the whole major thing as well. Because even though that, because this is all have gathered up to how, what it makes it very good of how what Mercyful Fate did as well. Because this is all have gathered up of how you wanted to come by to know for the fact as well. Very little as well. Up to that as well, because this has ever called on that as well. If you ever listen to a certain one as well. But in the end, this has gathered up to this, because this was not the first time that Mercyful Fate had the song Come to the Sabbath have been dealt with these lyrics that have very dark up to this as well. Because this all have got onto my case as well. Because they recorded the song when they recorded Don't Break the Oath at the Easy Sound Recording in Copenhagen, Denmark as well. And in the end, the song Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate was revealed in the album Don't Break the Oath when it was released in September 7th, 1984. needless to say, these lyrics are very darker, as much to a pause of how, yet somehow that this has came out as how, just like most bands have acknowledged Mercyful Fate as well. And this is all have got to my curiosity of how this has come coming across for this as well, because this is very true to this as well. And yet, things all come at once as well, because especially for or you ever wanted to know the history about particularly for the whole lyrical content in every songs that were dark, for what Mercyful Fate has ever a lot to do as well. And yet, somehow this has gotten very true though, because I just wanted to know for this. And we can, how it will look for the song like Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate, we can only find the secrets, and we can only know the history on it. But we can only imagine for this to the point as well, because this is all have come across to this as well. If you ever want to listen to a song as well, if you want to tune in to listen to Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate, which is from their album Don't Break the Oath, this all has come across for this as well. Now, if this was Monstrance Clock by Ghost, then I would have been compelled if it was on their album Infestis, because it's from their album Infestissimum. If you ever want to have it on full blast, if you ever wanted to learn it. Which I haven't, which it does remind me, I gotta get back to doing another rock song history on Monstrance Clock by Ghost soon, once I get their album. But that'll be a subject for another time. So, back to as I was saying about Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate, because this has gathered up to how these lyrics are very dark as well, up to that moment, than any other rock or metal song has ever dealt with those themes on their lyrical content as well. But it gives it very good, it just gets it better as well for a song like Come to the Sabbath by Mercyful Fate. But that's just besides the point as well. So that's going to be it for my metal song history for today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to my channel, because especially if you missed anything here that is new. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button if you missed anything new. Be sure to feel free to check out as well. And let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like, what do you think of it? What are your thoughts on that? Just let me know. Because I've been literally getting a letterbox on t-shirtslayer.com, because I'm moving on to there. Even though I've already looked back as well. Because I have been going into transitioning from my Anime Planet and Analyst, because I'm moving to Letterboxd now, because I've been literally getting a Letterboxd if you're watching the channel though, and I'm also getting into t-shirtslayer.com as well. And that's all I have what I got for today. So on behalf of this, and in honor of the 40th anniversary of Mercyful Fate's second album, Don't Break the Oath, which we will get to it once September comes. That will be probably in, like, how many more months? Let's say April, May, June, July. 6 months. Once September comes in 6 months, I will get to revisit Mercyful Fate's album Don't Break the Oath in honor of its 40th anniversary in this one as well. once September comes in like 6 months as well. In case if y'all don't know as well. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe and stay healthy, and have a great day. This is Heavy Metal 95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos that I got them planned for what's in store for more. So this is Heavy Metal 95 signing off. Take care. Stay tuned for more surprises that are coming on the way. Bye.